Today I'm going to show you a yoga massage, because what happens is we are always looking after our bodies, doing exercise, doing yoga, stretching, running, dancing, but we are not looking after our face. And you know, we have 43 muscles around our face, and we only use a certain amount. Maybe we use a few for smiling, a few when we frown, but we have to exercise these, and you will see a great result and improvement when we do a proper massage. Now, the massage that I'm going to do is going to be in 3 stages. It is first going to get out the congestion from the lymph nodes so that we can get rid of the toxins that are there in our face and our skin when we are massaging. Then we are going to work on the muscles, where we are going to use pressure point massage. We are going to do a lot of stretching of the muscles so that it can get exercised. And last, we are going to work on the motor points, because that and the nervous system of the face, because that sends messages to the brain, and then the messages come back to the skin, and that is how it activates the collagen. It helps the skin to be firm, it helps the skin to glow, and it keeps the skin in fantastic condition. So now we're going to start off, and to start off, first I'm going to take a nice yoga oil. Which we have in our kit already. I'm going to take about 6 drops, and I'm going to apply it on her face and her shoulders. Apply the oil nicely. Okay. And now to start off with, I'm going to work on the axillary node here, lymph node, or you can call it the armpit node. And I'm going to just pump, because I want to open it and help the congestion that is there. So we just pump like this. Now you will have to do this about 25 times to about 50 times. This is how we start. And if you're feeling you want to work it a little more, you can go round, come back again and pump like this, so that it makes it a little nicer. And the client feels a little better. So I'm just getting rid of all the congestion in that node. And in fact, it's really nice if you can do it yourself also. Every morning, you can do it with one hand. Just pump this area so that it's going to help the congestion, and it's really going to help your lymph. Now we are going to come to the collarbone area, which is the terminus. So for that, and there again we have a lymph node, and it's a very, very important node. So we're going to put one finger on the collarbone, and then we have these other 2, and we are just going to tap it, pump it like this, tap it. Do that 25 times, and if you can do it 50 times, it is fantastic, but start off with 25. And you will find, as you're doing this, you will find your client is going to start feeling the lymph coming down her neck, which is really very, very good. That means the lymph is flowing, and what we're doing with this is getting rid of the congestion in this area, because your lymph nodes have to be working well. That means not congested. So we do that for 25 times. Now I'm going to work. I'm going to drain the neck. I'm going to take the right hand and drain the left side about 10 times. And what I'm actually working on is the cervical nodes. Okay? And now we are going to the other 10 times. Now you may find a little redness appearing when you do this. Don't get worried, it is just the toxins coming out. 10 times. Now I'm going to the back of the earlobe and drain from the back with the fleshy part of my palm and drain into the hollow. Now this is, I'm going from the profoundest. This is the profoundest. And I'm going to drain from the profoundest into the terminus. Okay, 10 times again. Drain into the hollow. As the profoundest into the terminus. Okay. And now we are going to work up on the jawline. This is a submandibular image, and then I'm going to go down. Little pinches and go down. Pinch, 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 and go down. Pinch, 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 pinch. That is one way. Another is like this, underneath and down. So you can do 2 steps. Working on the, and do that again about 10 times. And now we are going to work on the ears. The preauricular, 2 fingers in front of the ear and move down like this, and 2 at the back. This is, we are working on the preauricular and then going into the hollow, mentalis. So everything is going to drain into the mentalis. That is why we always work the mentalis first to unblock it. Okay? You will already see that her skin has a very nice glow to it. Okay? Then I'm going to just work a little bit on the forehead. Drain around here. Then drain cheekbones. And now I'm going to drain everything into the hollows. It's the mentalis. This is the first part of the massage. The second part of the massage is where I'm going to work on the muscles. Now that is very important because we have to exercise the muscles, we have to stretch the muscles, and so I'm going to work on the muscles. Hi, now I'm going to come to the second part of the massage, and that is where we are going to work on the muscles. Now to work on the muscles, I'm going to start from the forehead because it has the frontalis and the temporalis muscle. The massage is going to consist of massaging and mainly exercising the face. That is the whole thing what you're going to do. Okay, so now let's start off. I'm going to first press up the eyebrows, and move to the temporalis. Do this about 3 to 4 times. Now I'm going to work on the frontalis, that is the frontalis muscle which is on the forehead. Okay, and for that first I am going to just press and release all over. Press and release till the end. Do this 3 times. Press and release 3 times. We are exercising. Then after that I'm going to stretch. Start from the center and move out to the temples like this. So we're going to stretch. Okay, stretch the frontalis muscle. That's the first stretching, and again you do this just 3 times. Next I am going to use 2 fingers and I am going to stretch. Because this is, like I said, it's a yoga massage. And what do we do in yoga? We stretch. So here again, and you will see the thing. And this is one thing we need to stretch because we are always frowning, lifting our muscles up when we lift our forehead up. So we have those little lines. Okay, so this is very good. Now again, you're going to stretch with both the fingers like this. Yeah, and just work on it 3 times. Okay, now again, we're going to press up the eyebrows because this really helps to relax the client. Now I'm going to work on the orbicularis oculi. Okay, it is a muscle that goes around the eye. So we're going to just go in circular movements, up, then again, the muscle, yeah, and then I am going to tap, 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 tap. And the same thing we are going to tap. This is just to activate this and massage it. Again, I am going to stretch on the, we have a bone just underneath the eye, it's the cheekbone, the upper cheekbone, just stretch it like this and come up here in a circular movement. Now we are going to work on the nose, tap, and again. Now I'm going to work on the muscles, zygomatus. And then here I'm going to do it again. Move your fingers like a piano. And here. Now we're going to do this 3 times. Once, then here, under the cheekbone, under the cheekbone. And the end. Move again. Now I'm going to work on the orbicularis oris. Now this is one singular muscle, okay? So we will go round and round, do it about 10 times one side, and then let's go 10 times on the other. One hand on the forehead and the other moving. Now we are working on the rhosaurus, that is here, that helps the smile. And you can do it in a little, just flick up. Buccaneer is here. And we are going under the chin, the platysma here, and we are moving down again. Now to finish, I am going to give little pinches all over. We are going to this is going to activate the collagen. Tapament. This is called a tapament, or you can just pinch but not hard pinches, okay? And again. Now this ends the second part of the massage, the muscles. Now after this we're going to work on the motor organs, the motor nerve in fact, and that is what is going to send the message to the brain, and from the brain is going to send the message back to the skin to activate it, to activate the collagen, to activate the elasticin, to help all the, give it all the messages that it needs. Hi, we are now going to work on the motor points. Now, they are neurological pathways that take the messages from the muscle and the skin to the brain. It is called afferent bombardment. And from there, it comes through the efferent nerve, through the motor point, and then it goes back to the nerve. So it is actually a roundabout thing. So the message is going from the motor point, it goes to the muscle and goes to the brain. The brain then works it and sends it back, and it's called an efferent movement that goes back to the motor point on the muscle. So it's very important for us to work on these motor points, because that will help the collagen, that is going to help the elasticin, that is going to give the glow to the face, that is going to help the muscle to either relax or to contract, and that is a very, very important part. And you'll find when we work on these motor points, you will find a great difference not only to the face but also to the muscle and also to how the client is feeling. So now let us start with the motor points. Now we have a set of motor points on the mandibular area, which is called a mandibular branch, and it is here in the center, here. And how do we recognize it? That's very interesting. I can talk about mandibular, but you have to know how to. There are little, you can say little openings, like you'll find here, if you go through this, there'll be a little opening, a little kind of hollow. Now you will find them here on the chin, okay? So that is one. And as you go down this, you will find a bone. Here is one, okay? So that is one. Then you will go a little higher up, the other one, and a little close to that is the other one. So what do we do? How do we massage it? We just go in a circular movement, and it's like a pressure point which we go through there. And you will find that is really working a great deal. So we're working on the nerves. And what do these nerves do? Send messages to the brain. And there, those messages, then they come back to the muscle. How? Through the motor point, which is very, very interesting. I also like to work here, middle of the chin. You'll find a little hollow. And I like to work under the nose, which really helps. And you will find it really lifts the muscle. And now we are going under first we go to the nasal, here, press up. This also you're going to find, this is going to help not only the muscles of your face, but it will also help like sinus. It will help a lot of things because it really helps to drain also. Then we are going here. Again, we have another point, and we have another point here. So these are again motor points. So let's work on this again here. Then you move your hand to just underneath. Then you'll move it here. So we have 3 of them. So that is called the facial nerve buccal branch. Now we come to the facial main trunk, that is here. This is for the main area. Move. It's right in front of the ear. Now we go on to the eyes. Now the eye area, you will find as you move underneath this, there is a again hollow. Now that is it, but be gentle and move it around, press and release, and you will find if you have a heavy meal and you press this area, you will find it will have a little pain. So that means it's a heavy area. This works with the stomach area, okay? Now we finished that. Now we are going up onto the eye, this area, which is the temporal branch. So we move here, then you will find here is another one. You'll find a little hollow on top. And move. So once you've finished all these nerves, and then of course we have a clavicle branch also. If you move down here, you will find, yes, you have that little hollow there. Move it, and then let's go. So let's move the whole thing. Finished it. And I always like to finish the massage with a little bit of a head massage also. You don't need to put oil once you've finished it. Just move and go underneath and move. Turn her over. Again, the other side. Three times, then move down, then move at the back and press up. Again, and last, take her into your hand like this, and slowly let's exercise her neck. Very slowly. You have to move with her, okay? Yes. And that is the massage. Actually, this massage is in 3 parts, but as you keep practicing it, it's going to become very, very easy. Okay? So first, what do? We do the drainage. We unblock. In fact, we do a drainage and we unblock the lymph nodes that are there so that it can really, the drainage can happen. After that, we work the muscles, the main muscles on the face, and then last but not least, we work the motor points for the nerves. And you will see her skin, it has started glowing.